Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to start with a question that is on the minds of everyone. Why is Diwali demonized every single year? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's the same script every year, especially during the festival of lights. The capital starts choking this blanket of smog over our heads, building to the same guidelines to block you and your children from bursting crackers. While I'm not saying that you shouldn't worry about the environment, and crackers are particularly something that everybody should indulge in, but why just stop it for Diwali? Drawing the line for Delhiites, the Aam Aadmi Party government has made it clear that those found purchasing and bursting crackers can invite a fine of Rs 200 or face even a jail term up to 6 months. Yes, if you dare to burst a cracker, be prepared to spend some time in jail. But what has gone unchecked is the stubble burning in the neighboring states, especially Punjab, which is the main contributor to the problems of air pollution in Delhi. Ironically, the Aam Aadmi Party government is at the helm of affairs in Punjab also. Last year, from September 15 to October 16, there were 2,375 incidents of farm fires as per the Commission of Air Quality Management. But this year, just look at the number in September 15 to October 19. A total of 2,625 farm fire incidents have been reported as per Punjab Remote Sensing Center. So, in just about 1 month and 4 days, we've surpassed the number of last year for 3-month period. It seems there's a free run to burn Parali in Punjab, and the onus lies with the Aam Aadmi Party government and Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, because now he's left with no excuse, as the opposition says. Listen in to his own take on this entire issue over the years. Listen to Mr. Arvind Kejriwal.
इसमें केंद्र सरकार जब तक इंटरफेयर नहीं करेगी और सभी राज्यों को बुला के उस समस्या को समझ के इंटरफेयर नहीं करेगी, तो दिल्ली सरकार अपने स्तर पे इस बड़े स्तर पे जो धुआं हो गया, इसको हटाने के दिल्ली सरकार के पास बहुत ज़्यादा मेथड्स नहीं है। बिकॉज दिल्ली का जो ये धुआं है, वो धुएं का कारण दिल्ली के अंदर नहीं है, वो धुएं का कारण दिल्ली के बाहर है। कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा, आसपास की सरकारों को कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा। मैंने चिट्ठियां लिखी हैं, हमारे मंत्रियों ने भी उनको चिट्ठियां लिखी हैं। पिछले साल मैं मिलने भी गया था, आपने देखा था। कैप्टन साहब ने मिलने से मना कर दिया था, लेकिन खट्टर साहब से मैं मिला भी था।
हम लोग सब लोग मिल के दिवाली मनाएंगे, पटाखे नहीं जलाएंगे, किसी भी हालत में अपने को पटाखे नहीं जलाएंगे। जब तक पराली की समस्या, खुले दिल से मीटिंग करें हम लोग, एक दूसरे के ऊपर आरोप प्रत्यारोप ना करें। तो मैंने जो ट्वीट करता हूं रोज, आपने देखा होगा कि पिछले 3-4 दिन से पोल्यूशन बढ़ने लगा है। क्यों बढ़ रहा है? क्योंकि आसपास के राज्यों के अंदर वहाँ की राज्य सरकारों ने अपने किसानों की मदद नहीं की, इसीलिए किसान ना चाहते हुए भी अपनी अपनी पराली जलाने के लिए मजबूर है।
पिछले 3 दिन से पोल्यूशन बढ़ने लगा, 4 दिन से पोल्यूशन बढ़ने लगा, और ये पोल्यूशन पराली का पोल्यूशन है जो आसपास के राज्यों में चल रही है।
But this is not all. While there is prohibition for you, it seems that there is none for the workers of the Aam Aadmi Party. Watch these visuals from outside the home of AAP's Delhi Mantri to be, Rajkumar Anand, where his supporters are celebrating his elevation to Kejriwal's cabinet by lighting crackers. Well, the minister simply says he was not at home and doesn't know why this happened and who burst crackers inside his house. Listen in.
इतना सा बता दीजिए, क्योंकि गोपाल राय जी ने अनाउंस किया था कि कहीं ना कहीं फटाके नहीं जलाएंगे, और फटाकों पे पूरा कंप्लीट बैन था। बिल्कुल। और जेल भी है अभी के लिए, पनिशमेंट भी उन्होंने लागू कर रखी है। आपके घर के बाहर कल आप मंत्री बने हैं, उसके बाद कुछ कार्यकर्ता आपके सपोर्टर्स ने यहाँ पर फटाके जलाए। आप मानते हैं कि ये गलत हुआ है, और क्या इस पर भी कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए?
नहीं, मेरी नॉलेज में नहीं है, मैं था भी नहीं, मेरी अनुपस्थिति में हुआ अगर ऐसा हुआ, और अगर ऐसा हुआ है तो ये गलत है, नहीं होना चाहिए था।
अगर ऐसा हुआ है तो ये गलत है। पता भी नहीं कि इनके घर पे क्या हुआ, पटाखे चले कि नहीं, मैं तो घर पर था ही नहीं। मेरे घर में क्या हो रहा है मुझे क्या पता। This has only escalated the war of words between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP. Listen in.
पटाखों के जलने से जो प्रदूषण का धुआं जो हमारी आंखों में जलन पैदा करता है, उसमें दिल्ली के साथ साथ एनसीआर का जो पूरा इलाका है वहां भी जो पटाखे जलते हैं उसका भी असर शामिल होता है। इसलिए केंद्र सरकार से, केंद्रीय पर्यावरण मंत्री जी से मेरा ये विनम्र निवेदन है कि दिल्ली की तरह एनसीआर का जो इलाका है उसमें भी पटाखों पर सख्ती के साथ प्रतिबंध का अनुपालन किया जाए।
निश्चित रूप से केजरीवाल बगैर गैरत के लोग हैं, उनको गैरत नहीं है, उनकी क्रेडिबिलिटी नहीं है, जबान नहीं है। केजरीवाल साहब के अंदर नैतिकता है तो पुलिस में एफआईआर दर्ज करानी चाहिए और पुलिस को भी कहीं ना कहीं सो कॉल्ड उनको ऑफेंस के खिलाफ एफआईआर दर्ज करनी चाहिए और पुलिस को एक्शन लेना चाहिए इस बात को लेकर जी। अपने आप सो मोटो भी एक्शन लेना चाहिए जी। कोई क्राइम कर रहा है पुलिस भी आंख बंद करके बैठी रहेगी, ये नहीं होना चाहिए। ये लोग डरने लगे हैं न्यूसेंस केजरीवाल से और अधिकारी इस बात को आगे बढ़ने का प्रयास नहीं करते। अगर वहां मंत्री के मंत्रालय के ओथ लेने पर पटाखे चलाए जा रहे हैं, चलाने वाले मंत्री माफी मांगे या मंत्री के खिलाफ एफआईआर दर्ज होनी चाहिए।
And that brings me to the legitimate question on the Newshour tonight. Pollution, excuse for Diwali bashing? That's the question and that's the debate. Don't demonize Diwali. That's the hashtag debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the Newshour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
And joining me tonight, Shehzad Poonawala, national spokesperson of the BJP, Ratan Sharda, author, Vimlendu Jha, environmentalist, Ravi Srivastava, political analyst, supports the Aam Aadmi Party, Professor D.K. Giri, political analyst, joining me on the debate. And my first question goes straight onwards to Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author, scientist. And I want to ask you, Dr. Anand Ranganathan, what is contributing to the lack of breathing of clean air for all of us as Delhiites? Is it really the patakas? Because patakas to abhi shuru bhi nahi hue hain. The issue here is Parali burning, and I've given you the statistics on how many fires have been reported this year. So, is this completely demonizing Diwali when pollution is actually due to other reasons up until now?
Good evening, Navika. No, absolutely. Look, I think the only way stubble burning can be banned is if we declare it to be Parali Dehan, a Hindu festival celebrated at the onset of winter, wherein, according to the Atharva Veda, when demon king Paralisura enslaved Maruts and Rudra, the enraged Lord Vishnu burnt him. And because it is a Hindu festival, its celebration will be banned by the government as well as Supreme Court. No, but seriously, you know, this is turning from the ridiculous to the sublime. Nothing phases the shameless lot of politicians cutting across parties, not even the Supreme Court. Remember, Navika, in 2020, Supreme Court ordered Punjab and Haryana governments, and I quote it, quote, "Stop stubble burning immediately. Be warned. Your entire administration and police will be held responsible even if one instance of stubble burning occurs in future," unquote. And what happened the very next day? Punjab recorded 6,710 farm fires, Haryana 364. Last year, Punjab and Haryana recorded in excess of 71,400 farm fires. And this year is going to be the same. 2,100 fires, as you've said, have been reported already. And we have just begun. Let me give you some perspective. One, during this stubble burning month, an area of 17,900 square kilometers or 12 times the size of Delhi is continuously on fire right next to Delhi for a month. 35 million tons of stubble will be burned too. And you know what is really scary, Navika? That we are outraging only because Delhi is being affected by stubble burning. 98 million tons of stubble is burned every year all over India, all year round. UP 22%, Punjab 21%, Haryana 9%, AP 5%, West Bengal 5%, Tamil Nadu 3%, Gujarat 4%, 3.
burning 98 million tons of stubble, releases 149 million tons of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide emission from all Indian transport is 270 million tons. Carbon dioxide emission from all Indian stubble burning is as high as 150 million tons. The latter is totally avoidable. But vote bank is more precious than your life. 4. The financial burden of treating respiratory diseases and accounting for man hours lost because of 98 million tons of stubble burning is 152 times more than the cost of the machines needed for stubble extraction. But if our politicians thought like this, we would be a developed nation. 5. All that is required, Navika, to stop stubble burning is buying 30,200 happy cedar machines. The cost, $70 million. That's it. Taxpayer money spent just on ads in the last 5 years by the center and by the governments of Delhi, Haryana and Punjab. $1,300 million, $1.3 billion. 6 months ago, you know this, Navika, the state decided not to prosecute the farmers who burn stubble in complete violation of its own and Supreme Court orders. That's why I say we became a banana republic the moment we became a republic. Now, if you were to give me 2 minutes either now or after some time, Navika, I would explain to you in detail just the science about firecrackers.
मुझे science नहीं पढ़नी. मैं तो I'm dealing with the politics of this matter. Pardon me. 9 p.m. science classes is not my idea of spending my evening. But I want to ask you, Anand Ranganathan, you've missed out a point. My question is directly about the fact that there is a law, there is a notification which says that if anybody bursts fire from 6th of September to the 1st of January 2023, they will be put behind bars for 6 months or a 200 rupee fine. I want to ask you, if at this minister's or minister-to-be's residence, there is a firecracker, celebration that is going on, should that minister not be facing the law, whether he's at home or not at home? You've not answered that question, and I'm only on that question at this moment.
Yeah, no, Navika, now let me explain. I'll bring in, even at the cost of being rebuked by you,
seconds.
I'll bring in 30 thoda kam hai, 2 minute de dijiye.
नहीं, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Is there supposed to be action against this minister? Yes or no? 10 seconds.
Definitely.
Well, that answers your question. So I want to ask Mr. Ravi Srivastava, what is the action that has been taken against this minister, Mr. Ravi Srivastava?
The minister has clarified on to your reporter only that he was not at home and he is not aware of it.
Oh, yes?
It's a single, allow me to finish. It's a single isolated incident
in his own house. In his own house.
Which you are trying to generalize. Look, what I have to say, I'll say. Which you are trying to generalize. Anyway, I condemn it. And the police should take the necessary action. If the video is correct, identify the people and book them. And take the question of the law, whatever penalties to be taken or whether they are to be sent to jail.
Ravi Srivastava ji, I have one small question. Ravi Srivastava ji, if the video is correct, now the video has been running on all channels and on social media for the last 16 hours. The Delhi government, does it have time to check that in their state has the law been violated, or should I go and check it for them?
First of all, I am not a representative of Delhi government. That is one.
But you're making excuses for them, sir.
No. Second is that at least 10 videos I have seen viral on social media, which were fabricated, edited, and tampered. So I won't vouch for video. And it's job of the competent authority to find out, establish that who were at fault and take the necessary action.
But in the meanwhile, stop thinking about bursting crackers for Diwali, because this video to hum baad mein dekh lenge. Pehle Diwali apni band kar do, Shehzad Poonawala. How convinced are you with the logic presented by Mr. Ravi Srivastava? Hold on, Mr. Ravi Srivastava. Shehzad.
At the beginning of the debate, you asked that what is the reason behind this suffocation. What most suffocating is not the falling AQI, but in fact the double standards and the hypocrisy and the blatant Hindu virod that we see on display. It's almost reminiscent of Aurangzeb's rule 350 years ago, on which I'm sure author Anand Ranganathan will throw more light. Just like he banned Diwali firecrackers in Delhi, today you have a modern day Aurangzeb who's also banning Diwali crackers, as if only crackers lead to pollution. And look at the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy is that if you burst Diwali crackers on Diwali day, that will lead to pollution because that is communal pollution, and if you are a minister and you burst the crackers, that's secular pollution. And also, what about the crackers that are burst on 25th December, on 31st December, on Shab-e-Barat? Well, those are all secular pollutants. That does not lead to any kind of air pollution. But you know, we are not addressing the real issue. The real issue is the lies and the hypocrisy of Arvind Kejriwal. Last year, like you rightly showed, he was blaming what? He was blaming the Parali burning. He was saying that the Parali is the main reason responsible for the pollution in Delhi. Actually, that is also not true. It may be responsible for the last 10-15 days because the following AQI is directly proportional to the instances of Parali burning in Punjab. That's true. What happened to the biodecomposer? Mr. Kejriwal must tell us what he spent the 23 crores on. Probably advertising. But what is important is, and Vimlendu Jha will tell you, is that the fact is that vehicular pollution, industrial pollution, pollution due to dust are the main reasons that IIT Kanpur, IIT Delhi have said are the pollutants behind Delhi. What has he done on them? For instance, he said he will buy vacuum cleaners to remove the dust. How many vacuum cleaners were purchased? Then he said that, oh, to tackle the pollution that is coming from industrial and other sources, he will take action on them. How many industries were shut because of pollution? Can he tell us how he improved the public transport system? He was supposed to buy 11,000 DTC buses so that there could be public transport. Did he buy even 2,000 buses, 1,000 buses? The buses are below 4,000 today as we speak. So these are the real reasons, sometimes blaming the farmers, now blaming Hindus. And I just have one question. Those who are the one-eyed secularists on this panel, the likes of VK Giri, Professor Giri, please tell us that if planting trees is important, right, to curb pollution, would you come out with an order that says that we will penalize those who cut trees on a particular festival? Will you penalize those who run slaughterhouses which leads to greenhouse gas emissions on other festivals? No, because this is one-eyed secularism. This is less about tackling pollution. This is more about saying that the Hindus are responsible for pollution, or to say that the farmers are responsible for pollution.
Professor Giri, respond to Shehzad Poonawala's direct charge.
Absolutely. Just to his characterization about me, I don't know how much he knows me. I've been speaking about against secular regime, that it is a failed concept, and writing about it for last 10 years. Please read my writing. So you are misinformed about me. I do not think secularism works in our country. One short response. Second one, I am a student of politics. I am thoroughly confused, Navika. You know, I have been on your channel since morning. Either BJP is opposing the ban on the firecrackers, as demonizing Diwali, or they are supporting it. If you are demanding action against the minister, you are supporting the ban. And if you are opposing the ban, then you know what minister does is, you know, not a crime. I mean, they should take a position first. As a student of politics, I am thoroughly confused. That is one. I heard Anand Ranganathan. The debate is on firecrackers. He gave us a good lesson on stubble burning. But the point is, when the firecrackers, it is a creative, bold, and courageous decision. You know, I heard the Prime Minister today on your channel. He said this is by the planet, for the planet, and of the planet, this world. That is an environment statement. He urged the whole of the world, which rightly so, and very creative of the Honorable Prime Minister, that we should have lifestyle changes. The BJP spokesperson like Shehzad Poonawala should listen to the Prime Minister.
The lifestyle change in Delhi that I have seen is that we and all the citizens of Delhi have decided not to burst crackers, but mantris of the Aam Aadmi Party will burst crackers. Is that the lifestyle change?
No. Oh, come on, Navika. I mean, Navika, you are nitpicking, really. I said so. Ministers should be punished. His people should be punished if you accept the law.
So they should be punished. So who is to punish them? Who should file the FIR? The people who took out the circular? The people who took out the circular was the Delhi government, sir. So will you
appeal? Navika, don't speak on double tongue. Don't speak. Either you demand action or oppose the ban. You are not doing either. You know, lifestyle change. When I meant, you said yes. You answer that. You made that proposition. No, Anand, come on. Let me tell you. Either you are supporting the ban or opposing it. I make up your mind.
I'm asking you.
And you say
okay.
then demand
you are
action.
a professor. You are a professor.
Yeah.
Please answer the following question.
Yes.
Question number 1.
Yes,
Rapid fire. I want quick answers. Rapid fire, Professor D.K. Giri. What causes more pollution?
Sure.
Parali burning?
Sure.
Parali burning or crackers?
Quick. Well, it is both. I have lived in Delhi for 40 years.
No.
I am not going by statistics.
All right.
Mark Twain said, hold on. Mark Twain said, lies, damn lies and statistics. When your argument is weak,
This is a short answer question, rapid fire. So question number 2.
Yes.
Right now there are no crackers because Diwali is still 4 days away. Right now what is causing the pollution?
Sure. Whatever is causing should be stopped.
Two legs
don't make it right. He has taken action on crackers.
Bata dijiye what is causing the pollution right now? Parali burning, yes or no?
Well, Navika, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a statistician. I'm a student of politics. Okay. And for me,
and you are doing politics of your own kind. You are doing politics of your own kind.
No, when we bring weak.
Professor Giri took my name.
Navika, no, I think you are making a confused formulation. That is all.
I am not making a confused formulation.
No,
you are
Anand,
confused because
we
there
know
are
each
no
other.
crackers so far, and my children can't breathe. Anybody's children can't breathe already. And I am not confused. I showed you a video album of all the statements made by Mr. Arvind Kejriwal since 2015 about how Delhiites are dying because of Parali burning. But you're getting confused. Because you're only worried about what the BJP is saying. You're not worried about the principles. Anand Ranganathan, why is Professor D.K. Giri in such a confused state of mind?
I said that should,
And Navika, I'm not very sure if Professor...
that should also be addressed thoroughly. But cracker is one step.
वो तो अभी we'll come to it ना. Diwali is still not here. Right now, please solve Parali for us and please discuss this politically with the party that governs Delhi on why Parali problem has not been solved despite them being in power for 7 months. Well, Anand Ranganathan.
Navika, the topic of your debate was demonizing Diwali.
Professor Giri, please. Professor Giri.
This is not fair. Out of course question आ गया.
Wait a minute, Anand. Wait a minute. You are a colleague. You are a professor. You are like me. Your topic of the debate was demonizing Diwali, not Parali.
Sir, I think you are less of a professor, more of a sub-editor.
I don't have the statistics. You gave me the topic. No, you said your topic is Diwali. The demonizing Diwali.
So you didn't read enough on Parali. I'll give you 5 minutes before I come back to you. Please read up as much as you can on Parali burning and the situation of pollution right today up until now. Read up on that and I will come back to you, my friend. But Anand Ranganathan, respond to him before I get in Ratan Sharda.
I can read up, but
yes, no, Navika. Now, Professor Giri,
I'll have to lower your fader, Professor Giri.
Anand is prepared on Parali. I am on crackers. Yeah.
No, one second.
But I was sticking to the topic.
You know, Anand Ranganathan, the problem is that they are unidimensional. They only think crackers cause the pollution. They don't think Parali causes pollution, and that is why Parali has not been attended to. Simple. Dr. Anand Ranganathan, respond, and Mr. Jha, Professor Jha, Professor Giri, I'm lowering your fader. Anand.
थैंक यू नाविका बसंती की तरह मुझे बकबक करने की आदत है नहीं लेकिन मैं प्लीज नहीं ऑनेस्टली यूं तो मैं सिर्फ आई ओनली वांट 2.5 minutes because it's a 1 hour program and I promise you after that मैं मौन व्रत धारण कर लूंगा because what I'm going to say it cannot be said in a haste. It's very important. It has science as well. So I beg of you your indulgence as the indulgence of my fellow panelists. Just 2.5 minutes.
Ratan Sharda, are you going to be indulgent? Will you give him that 2.5 hours?
I can't help it. I can't help it. He's my friend.
Okay. Anand Ranganathan indulged. Okay.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Navika, look, the problem that my objection is not to the firecracker ban. It is to duplicity. It is to just going against one Hindu festival while opening it for New Year festival and Christmas and everything. The duplicity and the double standards and the hypocrisy is what I object to. Because why are firecrackers allowed to be burst in the open at all is my thesis. And let me explain. Number one, Science proves, and really proves, that pollution caused by firecrackers is shockingly harmful. What results from a fireworks celebration are alarmingly toxic materials like arsenic, mercury, cadmium, unreacted sulfur, lead, chromium, besides ozone, greenhouse gas and perchlorate that can severely affect the functioning of thyroid. I have said this before, Navika, and I repeat. Firecrackers are immensely harmful, and like the stubble-burning farmers, you have no right to expose others to harm. Number two, common sense tells you that if millions of people burst firecrackers in a limited period of time, it will produce harmful gases. Why do you want to savor joy at the cost of others? You want to burst firecrackers? Go right ahead, provided you are by your own, inside your house, behind closed doors, away from your near and dear ones. So go ahead, light up a cigarette, PM 2.5, 139 mcg per meter cube. A full jhadi, PM 2.5, 10,390. A snake, PM 2.5, 64,500 mcg per meter cube. A hazar ki ladi, PM 2.5, 38,540 mcg per meter cube. And a chakri, PM 2.5, 9,490 mcg per meter cube. Inside your closed house. You want to call this a celebration? Fair enough. It is your right, your money, your life. But don't celebrate at the cost of others. When will we learn from what science tells us? When will we do a cost-benefit analysis of our religious and cultural practices? Pure luck that the ozone layer depleting chlorofluorocarbons weren't considered Holy Communion, or they would never have been banned. We probably would have rationalized the resulting spate of skin cancers as a just punishment from God for our sins. And as for those who say, "Arey, grin and bear this firecracker pollution on Diwali, it is only for a day." So what if you have asthma? Well, doesn't stubble burning last only for a month?
But Anand
Why then they need to
Ranganathan,
ban it?
I hate to interrupt, but Anand Ranganathan, my question is, we are having this debate when Diwali is still not arrived. The only crackers that have been burst in the minister's house, Mr. Anand's house. And that house which has on its nameplate Raj Bhavan written on it. So not only, and I want to show you that picture because ये तो आम आदमियों की आम आदमी पार्टी है. अब इनके क्रैकर भी चल रहे हैं, इनके गेट पर लिखा हुआ है राज भवन. And Nivas ka naam. Can we show the emblem that is also there on the gate, Nizam bhai, if you can just put out that picture where the emblem is on the gate. And Raj Bhavan it is being called, which is also a violation of the national emblem law of India. The act is of 2005. I want to ask you, Ratan Sharda, ये सब कुछ इनको दिवाली पर ही क्यों याद आता है? Is this only because Baki, all other festivals are allowed even if they come in this period, and only Diwali crackers cause pollution as taught to us by Dr. Anand Ranganathan, and also the fact that at this point in time we are seeing a situation where Parali burning has increased manifold, in fact 3 times in the last 9 days, but nobody's talking about it.
See, first of all, I must thank you for putting the noise pollution of the debate low, because people who actually shout on 10,000 megawatts today are down to 100 megawatts. And the AAP has simply refused to join the debate because they have nothing to answer. My biggest pain is that for last so many years I'm coming on this particular pre-Diwali celebration on the TVs with regular debate on the same topic. You need not take another debate. You could have simply copy-pasted the earlier debate. Only difference is Anand Ranganathan has thrown some more big statistics at you. Apart from that, debate has not changed and out from where it was all these years. Why does the debate start at the beginning of the Diwali? Why nobody worries about the pollution all through the year? What does the pollution tell you? That major pollutants are in wind, Delhi, if we remove Parali, is vehicle pollution, construction pollution, dust and industry. Has AAP done anything on these points first of all? If it has done, it has every right to ban crackers. But you catch the simplest, smallest person who is just creating 2-3% pollution once in a year, and you try to show you're doing a lot for the pollution. They talked about Yamuna. What is the condition of Yamuna? Please tell me. There is no Parali burning. There is nobody involved in that. Delhi pollutes the Yamuna. It doesn't clean Yamuna. So who cleans? Mr. Modi should clean it. The speciality of AAP is keep on pointing fingers at us without doing anything. So this particular debate on cracker also, what is it? That you want to punish people is 6 months jail, nothing less. And you have Parali burning. I can't blame farmers. What have they provided to the farmers? Have they provided machines? Have they provided some recycling? Have they provided some kind of reuse of the stock which is very easily available? They will not do any of it. And they will come on TV. They will give you all the formula. There is an environmentalist here. He will give all the figures why Diwali is the least polluting. Mr. Anand Ranganathan, your friend, but you know on the 4th July, on New Year, 10 times more crackers are burnt in USA, in Singapore. I have been in Singapore during the New Year festival. Nothing happens. Nobody dies. And you think asthma comes on one day? Asthma is 365 days pollution that daily children breathe in, breathe out all through. Has anything been done for that? No, they will not even use sprinklers. Anand, please. See, my point is not against you. I'm basically saying, have they used sprinklers? No. Have they done anything to stop? No. Have they stopped industry? No. They will not take any action, either in Punjab or in Delhi, because it's once in a year. आप 3-4 दिन में भूल जाएंगे और बाद में अपने घर जाएंगे, 2-4 लोग जेल में जाएंगे, टीवी पे शोर मचाएंगे, होगा कुछ नहीं. So please, let us stop targeting Hindu festivals. करवा चौथ नहीं चलेगा, होली नहीं चलेगा, दिवाली नहीं चलेगा, जन्माष्टमी नहीं चलेगा. सारी दुनिया भर का पोल्यूशन, ग्रीन, सारा क्लाइमेट चेंज हिंदुओं के सिर पे. हिंदू बेचारे पागल थे जो नेचर की पूजा करते थे. हिंदू पागल थे जो कहते नदी को साफ रखो. हिंदू बेवकूफ थे जो बोलते हैं कि पूजा, इन चीजों को, प्रकृति की पूजा करो. नो, we will not treat any of this. We will not put Hindus to see that what the scriptures say, respect them. But we will create this guilt tripping on the Hindus at the cost of no control of Christmas tree felling, no control of Easter butchering.
Respond, Mr. Ravi Srivastava. The question here is, there are so many promises that were being made by the Aam Aadmi Party. Whether it was about Yamuna cleaning, whether it was about Parali solutions and the biodecomposer which they would give to the Punjab government. As soon as they come to power, they want 60% support from the centre. Why, sir? And why no action against a minister to be? There are crackers in his house and not just crackers, the Raj Bhavan that he lives in, which is certainly not any behavior for the Aam Aadmi. This is just a power trip.
A single isolated incident of firecracking, you have already magnified at least 10 times in your debate of 30 minutes. You can do it eternally if you want it. You please continue. No issue on that. As far as the firecrackers are concerned, just a minute, sir. I did not interrupt you. Can you keep quiet?
That is better.
Can you keep quiet? I did not interrupt you.
I like that.
I have a louder voice than you. You have a louder voice than you. There is no Hindu religion in the firecracker. In no book it is written there as the firecracker. If you have guts, go to Supreme Court again and tell them to cancel the order. Your people had got today and they were slapped on the Supreme Court has approved, upheld that old order, and they have decided that do not come back here again.
The Supreme Court, Mr. Ravi Srivastava, has said a lot about Parali burning and also about scriptures. If you quote Shehzad Poonawalla.
Look, Mr. Ravi Srivastava's knowledge on this subject is as much as Rahul Gandhi's knowledge on whether atta is bought in liters or kilos. First of all, the Skand Puran. Mr. Ravi Srivastava, please don't interrupt me. I did not interrupt you. You had a problem with Ravi. You just had a problem with Ratan Sharda ji. Now you are using the same principle. Please, Mr. Ravi Srivastava. Let's have a dignified debate. You don't need to scream and shout. At least don't add to the noise pollution in Delhi. You said that there is no reference to crackers in the Hindu scriptures. Let me correct you. The Skand Puran very clearly mentions Ulka Hasta. It clearly mentions Ulka Hasta from gunpowder being mentioned, in Arthashastra to Gandak being mentioned, to Tubri. There are several instances.
I'm lowering your fader, Mr. Ravi Srivastava. I'm lowering your fader, Mr. Ravi Srivastava, because you want to continue speaking over everybody, and that is not fair to the other speaker. So I'm lowering your fader. Shehzad, continue.
This is such a blatant lie that Mr. Ravi Srivastava is dishing out, just like the kind of lies that his leader dishes out. First of all, Ulka Hasta has been mentioned in Skand Puran. There are many Puranic references to firecrackers, and I don't want to go into the details detail of that, because this entire debate is not about Diwali, and this debate is not about pollution due to Diwali. The fact of the matter is, and due regards to my friend Anand Ranganathan, only 0.2% of the pollution in Delhi is contributed by firecrackers. That's what the Minnesota University has said. 50% of Delhi's pollution is due to internal reasons like vehicular pollution, industrial pollution. When we start blaming crackers on Diwali day for pollution, we are missing the wood for the trees for the woods. This is the wood for the trees. This is the problem. The problem is that we are diverting this debate into an anti-Hindu narrative simply because Arvind Kejriwal does not take responsibility for what he's not done in the last 8 years, and that's why he has made this entire thing an issue. Apart from the fact that also there is a seed of anti-Hindu belief that he has time and again to target the religion. What about the firecrackers that are bursted on 25th December? What about the firecrackers that are bursted on Shab-e-Barat? Does that not lead to pollution? The problem is not about firecrackers. The problem is that there are other reasons that should have been tackled for pollution in Delhi. Nobody wants to talk about that, and the most convenient thing to do is to blame Hindus, to blame a Hindu festival and put the entire onus on them.
Well, let me get in Vimlendu Jha. Vimlendu Jha, my question to you is limited to the fact. We all know bursting crackers bad for health, causes pollution. We all know the theory of the fact. But the question here is that so far, what is causing the rise in pollution? Isn't it the Parali burning? Isn't it the fact that, vehicular pollution hasn't been attended to only blame crackers? Is that right?
I don't think anybody is only blaming crackers. It serves your purpose of having a debate and serves the purpose of some of the panelists to make it Hindu and anti-Hindu and pro-Hindu. I think this debate is about pro-people and anti-people. I thought there should be sensitivity and seriousness and some sort of a conscience in all the 6 influencers who are there on this panel to understand that there are 1.5 million people who died because of air pollution, and we should do everything. Maybe firecrackers is only 1%, maybe it's only the 21st cause, but we should do everything. So slightly, I'm disappointed. I should register that first. Of course, I've come on 40th minute to speak a few words. Yes, there are perennial sources of pollution. Let me finish, sir. Okay, can I finish, sir? Yeah, so there are perennial sources of pollution. Delhi is polluted not because of Punjab, not because of firecrackers, not because of stubble burning. Delhi has its own issues. 300 days out of 365 days, Delhi's air is bad, and that is because of bad governance that we have. Also, it's very important that, what Anand was also talking about, 22% of Parali is also burnt in Uttar Pradesh. So it's a North India problem. It's a collective failure of BJP, of Aam Aadmi Party, of erstwhile Congress that was ruling Punjab. Everybody who is in power doesn't have any interest for the right of our children and the right to breathe. Imagine every 3rd child has asthma. If you have every 3rd child has asthma, will you, Navika, give a full jhari to your child if your child has asthma? I will not to my daughter. I will not do that, irrespective of whether, and I will never connect the health of my child to Hinduism and Islam or anything else. And by the way, the ban on firecrackers came because 3 children went to the Supreme Court and said, do we have right to breathe? And that's where the ban happened. Then firecrackers came, which is the most oxymoron thing that we're talking about, 30% less polluting. When your air quality index is beyond 900, you need to do everything that is under your control. And it's so shameful. I should call out Arvind Kejriwal and his government that they have done nothing. Every hour they cut three trees in Delhi. There's a deficit of 5,000 buses. Last year and last year and last to last year, they used all their resources in only blaming stubble burning and farmers, when stubble burning is only an episodic source of pollution, which is for 45 days, and firecrackers is for a couple of days. Of course, stubble burning should stop. Of course, firecrackers should be banned. But what about the other perennial sources? 40% of pollution is transport.
Hit the nail on the head, and you're absolutely right. Nobody is undermining the problem that Delhi air poses to children, and my children suffer from asthma too, and one is on a nebulizer even as we speak. But the question here is also the hypocrisy. And, yes, Professor Giri, you kept saying thumbs up when Vimlendu Jha made the first point. Will you say thumbs up to the fact that nothing else has been done to address the pollution problem 300 days of the year? Why is it only during Diwali that your order comes out? What about the transport buses? What about the pollution that happens in Delhi? What about the cutting of trees, sir? Do you have any response on that?
Last day of law, what happens to Shiva Kashi, 7 lakh, 8 lakh?
Absolutely, I absolutely agree with you, Navika. You can hang Aam Aadmi Party on that. I have no problem. I was limited, as a student, I was only speaking to the debate. Hold on, I don't know who is this. I am speaking. I will speak briefly. I agree with Navika. I agree with all the panelists that everything should be done to stop the pollution in Delhi.
So should the Mantri who's bursting characters not face the law? Should he face the law, yes or no?
He should. He should.
So will you please advise people on this panel who are suddenly thinking that it's only crackers that are causing the problem, Shehzad?
You see, the problem is not, one second, if I may just come in.
1 minute. Yes, Shehzad.
The problem is, nobody is saying that it is just 1% of the problem, but the problem is that 99% of the attention is paid to 1% of the problem, and not even 1% attention is paid to 99% of the problem. The fact of the matter is that today, Mr. Vimlendu Jha, drawing parallels between two unequals and then trying to make a debate just for the sake of monkey balancing doesn't work. Who has started the Eastern and Western Peripheral Expressway? Who has ensured that there is a graded rapid action plan, a graded response action plan? Who is responsible for the fact that 55% of the fire burning incidents in Haryana has come down? Who is responsible for the fact that 33 industries in Uttar Pradesh which are using polluting gases has been shut down? All of those steps have been taken, but what steps have been taken by the Delhi government? And when you don't have any things to show, then you start blaming one community and you start taking one-sided action. That is the problem. The problem is that
that Delhi has a pollution problem is really not a new discovery. That Delhi should be doing everything in its power to try and face and take steps to reduce this pollution. But the question here is only limited to the fact that why are we going blue in our faces talking only about firecrackers? Why does a notification come only on the 6th of September and last during this festival season? And then in this festival season, why is only Diwali targeted? It's a question of why is there differential treatment? And why are we not paying more attention to the other issues that are contributing to this pollution rather than only beating about the Diwali bandwagon? That's the limited question. Of course, we have to do everything to control pollution. We leave it at that. Short break coming up as I thank all my panelists joining me on this debate. On the other side, the big population debate raised by the RSS.
You were watching